Hello and welcome to the Hnd Podcast. I'm Fisherman Jim who sells you scallops by the seashore.
And I'm that one nigga that can finish a 2x2 Rubik's Cube before I finish my Lunchables pizza.
And we're here to do a podcast about nothing but bullshit.
And just kidding, Lauren, I love you. And I know that you can finish a 2x2 Rubik's Cube before you finish that nigga pizza.
The first thing that Riley wanted me to talk about was my screensaver, which...
Screensaver, yeah.
I'll put a little picture in the podcast, but... Basically, it's a little snapshot from a scene from a music video. I really forgot the name of it, but there's like a shot where she like goes like like that, and I thought that looks really cool when it's a standstill, so I put it as my screensaver.
Oh shit!
Hold on, why is this?
Go ahead and fix that.
I think it's there. We go.
He's fixing it. Oh yeah. Shit!
That's perfect.
Okay, any topics you want to talk about? Food fight. Burgers against hot dogs. Yes. Burger or hot dog? Pick your pick.
Oh, let's go back and forth a little bit with would you rathers. Okay, burgers or hot dogs. I'd probably say burgers because they have the Pub House Burger at Immersion. That's pretty good.
Okay, I've never been to Immersion.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say hot dog from Costco. If you guys don't have Costco, which a lot of places actually don't have Costco, which I figured out.
Yeah.
Costco is a retail store where they sell shit at like a retail price, which is like, we're going to sell this fucking 12 bottle of Monster box.
For like $16.
For like $16, yeah.
And it's made in a warehouse. It's very industrial.
It's a warehouse store.
Yeah, and so they also have a food court area where you can get like chili, Polish dog, which they no longer.
But for $1.50, they have a Polish dog and or a hot dog for $1.50 and a drink.
Yeah,
and it's really good.
It's the best meal deal.
Dude, the bun is the best part of the meal.
It's so fluffy.
It's so fluffy. But I picked the hot dog. What is actually? I'm gonna say Bogey's Burgers, which is only an Oregon thing. Which is their burgers are so juicy and thick.
Yeah, I've had.
Have you had Bogey's?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking good.
Beautiful.
Do you have any ideas on a burger versus hot dog? Because if it comes to hot dog and I'm arguing, you have had my mom's spicy Polish dogs, right?
No.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
Yes, because one time...
I feel bad for taking your guys' food.
You said, man, that's really hot. And it was at the first barbecue you had with my family, and it was super fucking spicy.
I don't remember this then. I did, however, have some jalapeno-infused sausages while on a camping trip, and the next day I was like... burning. I like a lot of hot stuff for its flavor.
When I went over to your house the other night, your dad was like, "Oh, eat anything that's in the fridge," and there was this hot dog in the fridge, and it was super fucking spicy, and I ate it at like 2 a.m. with Lauren. Dude, I shit my brains out the next day.
What was I thinking of?
Black people.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but no.
I had this thought the other night. So you know how like this is like TV show wise. You know how like in the 50s and 60s black people would kind of like, especially in like modern culture, they would have like suits and they were treated kind of like normal people.
Yeah.
And like they acted pretty much like white guys. And then in the 70s they got this groovy like disco phase. In the 80s they had like They started like coming out more as like not really aggressive, but more of like someone who's really cool, not cooler than white people. And then in like the 90s, they got like Ice Cube and Biggie Smalls and Tupac getting the gangster stuff in there. And the mobs, gangs, like, yeah. And then in 2000s, it kind of boiled down a bit. And now in the 2010s, black people are like really hardcore like white people.
I completely understand that.
Yeah. Let's talk about no, not that. I've been wanting to make edibles. I'm gonna be.
Gwen bought a 8-pack of edibles tonight. Of fucking chocolates, and she took one and she was like, "Damn, that shit's strong." My mom drove her all around town to get groceries.
Yeah.
Then gave her money for gas money. She's like, "Can we stop at Diamond Tree?" My girlfriend was like, "Yeah." And then she came out and she was like, "Here, have this 8-pack of chocolates I just bought you."
Damn.
Get your license. My mom will buy you fucking edibles, dog.
Oh my goodness. My plate is full right now. I'm a little worried.
How so?
Like my dad keeps saying, like, you need to get your permit, which is like a $23 to $40 transaction.
But you spend all your money on bills.
Yeah, I know.
Tell him that.
And I try. Well, I'll have to like break it down. It's like, dude, it's gonna be when. And the thing is that also, he keeps saying you need to go. You shouldn't be doing like Joe jobs, like dishwasher or Arby's cashier. You need to get something that you can have a trade with, which is life advice. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to have life advice. I want a job that I can get a shit ton of hours and not have to piss anyone off, and I can just work at a corporate thing.
It's a job where you can stick in earbuds and think about yourself.
Yeah. I like working with my dad because I can just put in earbuds and do that. And so he wants me to work for his friend Christian, who does painting, like painting houses and stuff.
Painting is easy. I did that for like a month.
So, and it's just like, he's like, did you contact Christian? It's like, yeah. And like, he didn't respond to any of my text messages, and I called him before. And then every time, like, my dad will say, like, oh, Christian was out of town, or like, Christian was gone this Thanksgiving. And so I'm like,
so it's Christian's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Man, fuck Christian.
And then, and he also is like, you need to get your permit. And he sometimes gets like really, like, not belligerent. He's kind of like, you really need to just, I hate having to drive around. You should be driving me around so I can do stuff in the passenger seat. Which is legit, and I'm 19, but at the same time, it's going to be hard to get my permit with this kind of budget. My friend Tucker says there are openings at Arby's. If this Christian dude doesn't wise up and talk to me, I'm just going to either have to go with my dad's friend Ron, who's doing plumbing, or just go to Arby's. You have any topics?
So my friend Katie, she literally talks to rappers, like famous rappers, like all the time, because she's like an aesthetic chick that wears like Gucci and shit like that.
Yeah.
And she posted a picture, and in the fucking comment section, she posted, "You ever talked to a demon before?" And I said, "Yeah, one time when I took a shit." And she was like, "Your mama ever told you not to? It's not nice to talk to ladies like that." And I said, "Nah, bro." And he said, "Maybe you should stop picking your nose in math class, bro." And I just said, "Yeah, okay, bro. I don't even take math. I'm graduating in like a month. I have like 2 classes. What am I supposed to say to that?" She gets like 900 pictures on her photos. I get like 400 likes on my photos. Like, what am I supposed to say to that? Like, okay, yeah, I don't take math class. Like, what of a fucking comeback is that?
Yeah.
Like, in all honesty, I don't take math class.
Yeah.
I'm graduated from math class.
What classes do you have?
I have science and English.
Okay,
that's it. And then I leave the school until 9 to fucking 2.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to fucking say to that? Like, I'm taking 2 extra fucking online classes next semester to get an advanced GED, which is, you know what an honors, graduating with honors is?
I think so.
It's like that. I'm gonna graduate with honors. And this dude has like 45 fucking followers. Like, what am I supposed to say to that?
I don't know, man. Why are you asking me these questions? I don't really have a lot of good comebacks. We're getting off track here. Fuck. Oh yeah, did you see the new Lion King trailer? Really?
No, I did not.
You want to watch it?
No.
Dude, it has Donald Glover, fucking Seth Rogen, Beyonce, and thank God they brought back James Earl Jones. I'm more lucky, super fucking lucky.
Please let me see it.
Huh?
Let me see it, please. Just play it.
Okay. I don't know. The Leon Kingo.
Oh shit. Oh, this is a real thing.
Yeah.
Everything the light touches.
Holy shit, that's James Earl Jones.
Yeah. He comes back to the Carnegie role.
Time as ruler. falls like the sun.
Is he Mufasa?
Yeah, of course.
That's badass.
The sun will set on my time here.
Wait, who do you think he played played Mufasa?
I thought he was gonna play the monkey.
Why?
I don't know.
He was Mufasa in the original.
I don't know. I just thought he would.
I wonder if someone to fix it so it like matches up with the scene. Donald Glover.
Donald Glover?
Yeah.
Holy shit, Childish Gambino?
John Oliver.
Maybe one of the best comedians of 2018.
Key and Peele, Beyonce.
Key and Peele are gonna be in it?
Well, just
Beyonce.
Just Key, and then James Earl Jones would present for.
Let me see it. Let me see the whole thing.
Everyone on the
And Disney posted that.
yeah.
Fuck Disney, dude. Like, that's cool that they have, like, Donald Glover and Key and Peele and Beyonce in it, but it's like, at the same time, like, we all knew this was coming. And we all knew, like, I'm not racist, but it's 2018, we all knew it was gonna be black actors.
Yeah. Well,
To play fucking lions in Africa.
well, okay. Take a wild fucking guess who you think Seth Rogen is gonna be playing.
Fucking Pumbaa.
Pumbaa.
Pumbaa? Okay.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm questioning who's gonna be playing Timon. If it's John
fucking
Oliver.
probably TJ
No.
Miller.
no, maybe it's Key.
Probably not. They don't even like they probably aren't even like friends anymore.
What? Well, no, like they probably casted them. So hold on. Also, I thought, oh, John Oliver's gonna be Timon, but then I'm thinking like, no, he'd be Zazu, the bird.
Have they even like released a voice actor for Zazu?
I guess no. It's just like they listed off all like this actor, this actor, this actor, this actor.
So you don't even know who they're playing.
No, but we're taking guesses. If they do it the way I think they're gonna do it, then I can guess who they're gonna voice. Which, if I'm getting correct, obviously adult Simba's gonna be played by Donald Glover.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Fucking Childish Gambino in like the middle of the movie. He's just gonna be like, I can't get over you.
I'm like picturing. Oh, I wonder what his singing voice is gonna be like when he's doing Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata. I feel like it's gonna be like high pitched.
Hold on. This is America. What a wonderful place. He's running around. Oh my god. It'd be cool if they did like a. I think that'd be cool.
This is gonna be a short podcast.
I hope not. What was I thinking of? Oh yeah, imagine
Black people is what you were thinking about.
exactly. I was gonna say imagine Lion King, except it's like live action humans, and it's in like a ghetto. Like there's
What's up? I'm Mufasa.
no, it's a gang. It's like gangs. Like the lions are in like one part of the thing, and then like in a ghetto part they have like the cholos, because Cheech plays one of them. And
Is he really?
yeah, he plays like one of the hyenas along with Whoopi Goldberg.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Of course, fucking Whoopi Goldberg. Any movie with a black character in it has Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
She plays like the fucking vase in the corner. And then Oprah.
Cheetah? No.
Oh shit, we should talk about A Wrinkle in Time.
Oh, no, we talked about it last time with Lauren.
Oh yeah, you're right. Wrinkle in Time was the definition of ass.
Yeah, listen. It's not funny, Ed. Pause.
No, I need to pick up this call.
So welcome back. We got some guests right now.
Okay. Does anybody here watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Hey, we're doing the podcast.
Okay.
So hold on. Let's introduce.
Why'd I call you Sydney? Listen, Biggie Smalls. So
let's go.
Where's Devin?
I was drunk.
Right there.
Devin's right there. I was drunk as fuck the other night, and the only words that could come into my head was Frank Reynolds from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and the scene where he goes, "Suicide is badass."
Suicide is badass.
The last time I was
So-
drunk, the only thing I remember is getting picked off the floor,
Yeah,
and then
you
Kaden
can
going,
access
"Wow,
that.
that's a lot of liquid."
It's my only alcohol.
So we got Kaden.
Hey everybody,
Yeah, what's your name?
Hey there.
it's me.
Skinny penis.
Skinny Penis.
Your boy.
I'm here with Lil Bean, and we're gonna do a podcast
More alchemy.
and smoke weed
That's your fault.
and make intense raps.
So we got ourselves a lot of people tonight.
Oh my god, who the fuck is Sadie and why is she texting me? What a fucking whore.
If you guys have sensory overload, I'm sorry.
Look at this fucking cock.
Oh my god, I think we're wearing the same shirt.
Is it from
Here's the topic.
Hey,
I just told you that iPhone XR.
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
I can give
Wait, what?
a high review of the iPhone
I thought you were showing
XR.
something on the screen.
Okay. We got something.
Wait, Zoe,
It was supposed
Zoe.
to be, but I didn't see
tell the audience what just happened here.
Me and Lil Bean are wearing the same shirt.
It's insane.
It's crazy.
That's the crazy.
Except I got mine for a better price because fuck bitches get weed. I don't know.
Yeah, she got to save money for weed. Mine was $8 and hers was $4.99, and they're the same shirt. Can you believe it? It's freaking stupid.
Here.
All right, we're preventing fire now.
All right.
Scoot, bitch.
So what was your topic that you had?
Bitch, I'm just trying to get him a seat. Yes.
We don't need to talk about it.
There's a lot in it.
And
I'll
the
put more
bathroom.
water in
It's
it
full.
for you.
The after
I'm too scared
Thanksgiving
of going
party.
to let other people do it.
Man, it's only 10. Jeez.
Well, well, how was your Thanksgiving?
I think it was. My Thanksgiving was really nice. I thought it was going to be a bit of a disaster
Oh yeah, why's that?
because mainly, I woke up thinking that there was nothing done and that we were going to have to start at 1:00.
Okay.
But then like everything went smooth. I made scalloped cheesy potatoes.
Oh wow.
Which is really easy. I know how to melt down cheese now.
Wow.
We made a nice, beautiful brown turkey. We made green bean
Riley.
casserole, mashed potatoes.
You're telling me
Beautiful.
you had a friend here,
What
but
about
you
you?
still called us
Oh,
crying.
the tragedy
Very
of
sad.
this
Dylan is my
holiday.
best friend. He won't talk
is
to me,
that-
and it made me very sad.
I actually had to work
Osig.
on Thanksgiving.
Oh man.
It's a shame.
that
Yeah,
could've been-
3 o'clock to 8 o'clock,
Yeah, I told my
and it was pretty disappointing. But the extra pay didn't hurt anything.
Yeah, he's your
Sorry about
boyfriend.
that.
Don't even try to.
But we hung out after work, and you said that was disappointing.
Caden, I love you.
No comment.
So switch seats with me.
No.
So,
Yes.
On Thanksgiving, a Russian lady showed up to my aunt's house.
Okay, listen to this.
Shut up.
Listen to this. I want to tell you a story.
Literally shut the
So-
fuck up. You're not telling the
Hold
fucking
on,
story.
I'm telling the
Okay,
story.
Zoe,
I
Zoe
will
and
suck
Riley.
your balls.
Zoe, put the mic on the table.
Okay.
I'm
Y'all. This would be the worst podcast. Please just let me tell it.
If I tell the story, I'm taking the ball
Okay,
Fine.
upstairs.
Tell the story. Tell the
Okay.
story.
just
So-
okay. You're good there. Okay, everyone.
I'm sitting on the couch, and the door opens, and walks a Russian lady named Katya, who works with you guys at Touchmark, but not in the same area.
I'm getting a
Russian
job at
lady?
Touchmark in like 2
I know her.
days.
Yes.
So she shows up, and my mom turns to me and just starts.
Little
she's
Russian.
Like, she's like, my little Russian lady, please get me some beads, because it's a vine.
Ooh, thank God. it was
And my
a
mom
man.
and I just start cracking up. And the entire night, my mom and I just every time we
I'm
pass,
sorry.
we cross each other with just beads. Get me some beads.
yeah.
My little Russian lady.
Yeah.
So
We went to.
She was, yeah, she's really nice.
Devin?
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit!
Is it the one that?
I was thinking about you recently.
Really?
I was like reminiscing on childhood. Like, man, I miss Devin. I remember sitting in his room watching Tasmanian Devil cartoons while falling asleep.
Oh my god.
Jesus, ain't this a
So on
connection?
She's from like Ukraine or something.
It's a light in the dark.
Yeah.
so her
That's crazy.
Russian friend
It's
shows up.
the
She's
same
like,
way.
light in
this
the
is my
dark.
Russian friend Katya, and I'm like, fuck, I don't speak a bit of
Light
Russian.
alcohol.
I
Dark
just know
soda.
Russian memes.
I've been
So-
out
You
so
don't do it.
long.
Like,
Let me just
A
get
gnarly little thing. You should have gotten a ginger ale. Schweppes.
What's the positives drinking ginger ale? What's the positives drinking ginger ale?
Oh, I just find that ginger generally relieves my stomach.
Yeah.
I find that I prefer it over most of it.
Snapchat. You don't love me.
I think ginger ale. I've had ginger ale when I was sick and it eased my stomach aches. It's beautiful. It's like an alkali.
It's
Yeah,
it's quite a thing.
figurative.
Sadie and I need to want that shit.
Would you suck a dick, man?
Figuratively, would you suck my like in a hanging out with me sense?
No.
No, hanging out with me is to
No,
suck
I
my
feel
dick.
like if my grandparents smoked
Just hanging out with me
they
is to
would
suck my
be
dick.
on
It's like
someone's close pain all the
figuratively.
time.
You guys want to have this caught on
It's a
camera?
I feel
meme.
like if I smoked more
Yeah,
And I
it's
talk
like-
about
I mean,
my
on,
grandparents smoking.
Suck my dick means
What?
like hang out with me is a meme. If you're a meme god like me, you know
Sure.
what it means.
Be careful about the.
Just
Just make it like this distance from you. There you go.
Hello, everybody.
I have like
That's good.
3,000
This is how you smoke weed.
The Hnd Podcast just got a whole interesting.
I'm trying to get
Jesus.
to follow me.
And that is what all old people should do.
Yes.
So they live longer. Because there's this guy, Norm, at my work, who's almost 100 years old, and he smokes weed every day, and he's the only one that doesn't have Alzheimer's
Sadie.
or
Sadie.
Alzheimer's
Sadie.
or dementia.
Do you know
And
my
he's the
aunt
only
runs your
one
work?
that doesn't show up drunk
doesn't
all the
run
time
it.
and pee in the bathroom, and it's
yes.
gross.
No, she doesn't.
Because
she
they don't
does.
pee. There's this lady, Catherine, let me tell you. She'll just freaking pee on the floor in the bathroom. And you'll walk in there, and there's just pee all over the floor. Sometimes her underwear's in the sink.
Sadie, did you know my
She just
aunt
gets
literally
drunk and
runs
she
it?
has dementia. And she is a big time hoe there. She gets with this guy, Stuart. But whenever Stuart's gone, she gets with Don.
This is my necklace. You tried to
And
buy me my own necklace.
whenever Don's gone, she tries to get with Bruce. But Bruce has a wife. Even though his wife doesn't remember her, he's still loyal to her. So cute. He brings her into brunch sometimes, and it's the cutest thing ever. But she has a boyfriend now, but she's still married. That's so confusing. Is that cheating?
Yes.
Here, let me see that. Does anyone have any good Thanksgiving stories?
I got drunk with my mom.
Yeah, I got drunk with my mom and her boyfriend at her boyfriend's house, who's from Hispanic. Me and my mom were the only Hispanic people there.
I was
sick. Who she likes to go
saying my
snake.
experiences. You didn't eat on
If you
Thanksgiving.
like
No,
those
I was
things,
sick.
I got so high and then I went to dinner and I ate in 20 minutes and I left.
So my mom walks in the room as I'm smoking to prepare myself for Thanksgiving dinner, and she
That's
tells
awkward.
me, "No more." Well, she's
I'll show you a
okay.
picture of this man.
And
Please
she walks
continue.
in and she's like, "No more smoking before we go. I don't want them knowing you're high." And I'm
Okay.
like, "Well, I'm not gonna have the fucking munchies."
Oh.
And so then I didn't have the
Slam.
munchies. I was sick and I couldn't eat. There was a Russian lady. I was too much for me to eat.
Remind
That's
us
why having
of
glasses is a
remind us of the Russian lady's name.
Her name was Katya.
And she can speak 4 different languages.
That's true.
And I really want to call her my little Russian lady.
I love
She's
those
really
Russian
nice. She
lady.
probably,
She probably wouldn't. I gave her a
Okay.
hug and then she was like,
This is
"That's
scream
such a
rapping?
good hug." And I was like,
Do you have an accent?
You don't like
Yeah.
scream rap?
she works.
No, that sounds like honestly.
What does she
the
look
worst
like?
thing.
Anybody?
These are his marks.
I'll show you
Your
her.
ways of exit.
Zoe will
Let's get to
smoke.
go.
She has like
I
blonde
still
hair.
haven't hit it yet.
And these
Oh,
are pictures
yeah.
of him, which is him with his
Garen, will you tell us a little tall
and
tale?
then him and Kobe.
man's
Real quick.
You guys, you want to?
Quick.
Yeah.
Let's not get in too deep.
It's
Okay.
You know what bath salts is?
Let's go
Yeah.
wristy.
Right there is perfect.
It's
See,
bath
I
salts.
just prefer to listen to music that has like.
This-
Ooh, he's
Okay,
taking a big boy hit.
Caden,
What's happening?
I appreciate that when I first met you, you at least knew who Ghostman was.
When you first met Caden, when we were young little infants.
I was still listening to Ghostman and Suicide Boys. You can even ask Caden. Did I see my jewel?
This
I
is
know-
my jewel.
I know
Okay.
it's mine.
It's
Okay.
It's literally hers.
So
literally mine.
You have yours, right?
Go ahead.
So
No, I don't.
little tale here. This is Garen. So when I was about 7 years old, I was wrestling with my little brother.
Why are you being mean to me?
I was wrestling with my little brother on the couch, and there's like a sliding glass door, like right, like by the glass, by like the couch. And so we were wrestling, and I accidentally hurt my brother, and so like he kicked me in the chest, and I flipped over the armchair, and so I
Is this mine?
like flipped over it and went right through the glass door. And so there I was laying there in shock, couldn't feel anything. And my mom was just like freaking out. But like literally 30 seconds before that, my dad came out and he was like, you guys better stop doing that before someone gets hurt. And so he walks out the door to go pick up my aunt. And so she, shut the hell up, Sadie. Shh. It comes in here. And so like 30 seconds later, my dad, okay, so he walks out the door. 30 seconds later, he hears a crash through the glass, and like, so he comes in, and like my back was gashed up. I had glass on my back. I was sitting there bleeding, and so
Is this the volleyball story that you used to tell me about?
no,
No?
nothing had volleyball to do with it. And then so I went to the hospital. My mom and dad were freaking out because they weren't sure if I was gonna be able to walk after that because it was like on my spine. And so we go to the hospital, they get x-rays and stuff, they stitch me up, and the doctor said that I was about an inch away from severing my spinal cord, and so if like that glass cut any further into my spine, I would be paralyzed right now. But so I healed, I was out of school for like a month, I went back, everybody thought I died. It's pretty cool. But yeah, man, and so like the scar now kind of looks like an orca.
Where is it?
It's like above my left ass cheek.
Can I see it?
Yes, you can see it.
I can only see it like once or twice.
And so one of my tattoo ideas is to get it outlined with like a dotted line. So like it's like a whale, and then just get like a black dot on the eye.
You guys sitting on my sweater.
All right, Riley, I'll show you my ass.
I think it's over there now.
All right. I got a story.
Is this your phone?
It's a green. Yep, that's fine. So basically, the story is that I was riding my bike with my dad through our neighborhood. I was about 7 years old.
Oh, yes.
We were running with my German Shepherd named Josie.
Okay.
And she was just like zigzagging. She would follow along with us. But then out of nowhere, she like ran in front of me and stopped, which made me like I don't want to hit her. So I turned to the left really hard. I lost control and I landed like this, like hardcore like that against a truck. Okay. And I scraped my knees up and left me stunned for a minute.
So for you viewers that can't see us, his neck was touching his shoulder and he slammed.
Imagine if like you had the
horizontally into a truck.
I like how you just said viewers who can't see us.
Oh yeah, none of them can see.
Okay, I have a really traumatizing story I'd like to tell.
All right.
So if you look at my face, you realize that my teeth are fucked the fuck up.
As are Riley's.
That one's like further back.
No, you're alright.
It's a thing. Anyways,
She's self-conscious, ladies and gentlemen.
about fucking everything. Anyways, I was on a trampoline.
The little bean's really cute.
Someone please wife me the fuck up. I am remaining single.
Personal time.
Put it on the table.
Story time.
I am single.
Zoe's single because she broke up with her ex-boyfriend.
Dude, come on.
She broke up with her ex-boyfriend?
Anyways, can I please tell my traumatizing story?
Yes.
It is not traumatizing.
Shut up, man.
You know what she's gonna say,
shut up,
stinker.
man.
Yeah, you fucking.
Troglodyte.
I don't even know what that means. I'm not.
It means
offended.
cave person.
I will lose.
Dude,
I will lose my
those
shit
are the
right
realest
now.
men of our
All right.
era.
All right. Sorry.
Can I hear you?
Yes. I was jumping on the trampoline when I made a mistake and somehow my tooth landed in my friend's knee and my tooth went completely. Don't even talk. I will bust your shit, dog. I will bust
Shut
your
up,
shit.
guys.
Anyways, and my tooth went back and then I went to the hospital and they said, haha, fuck you, bitch, we can't do shit. Go to the dentist on Monday. And so I went home. Riley made me some mac and cheese, which I slurped down without using my teeth. It was beautiful. Then shit that out later. Anyways, a lot of shit talk tonight. Anyways, then I went to the dentist and did get my tooth fixed. And then they had to put a splint on my teeth, which basically was braces, which I didn't know I was getting. And then I looked like a damn dumbass for about 3 fucking months. And every time someone asked me if I had braces, I just would lose my absolute shit over this because I didn't have fucking braces.
So here's the thing. Zoe bounced up on the trampoline and they did this like every fucking day. And me and my friend Brayden at the time were like, yo, don't do this. You're going to break open your fucking face. And she was like, oh, I'm not going to break open my face. Literally had to go to the hospital. Like 10 seconds later.
I got stepped on by a horse.
Yo, horses are bitches. Ask fucking Beth from Rick and Morty.
Jesus.
That was a bad.
Hey, I got a question for everyone in this room. Which is scarier, pit bulls or Rottweilers?
I think, Rottweilers.
Yeah,
Pit bulls are beautiful.
Amazing.
They're both amazing, but yeah, Rottweilers.
I think it's because of their giant skulls.
More intimidating.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a more intimidating name.
And, yeah,
Like
better
Rottweilers?
Intimidating. And I mean, like they're behind a gate, like
Are
barking
we
at you.
talking
Which
about
would
what's
you
the
make?
best dog or the scariest dog?
When I hear the word Rottweiler, I immediately think of like an old Snoop Dogg video.
I think of the
I just
dog
like
on the
all
front of
dogs.
GTA
I'm not
box.
biased to a
The
dog.
Oh shit, I think of that too.
I don't just go down the street and see a dog.
GTA San Andreas with the Rottweiler on the front.
Rolling on the streets,
Sipping
gin and juice, sipping on gin and juice, laid back, with my mind on my money and my money on my mind, rolling down the street. To all the ladies in the place with style and grace, allow me to lace these lyrical
I think you're the only person here that knows the rest of the song.
I think he is too. Okay, we gotta be quiet though. My
Yeah.
parents are asleep. And they'll come out with their vagina and penis out and be like, "Yo, what's up?"
I was seeing Jackson.
Oh, can I say that story real quick?
What?
So Jackson came over. Jackson texted me and he was like, "Yo, can I come over? Because I haven't seen you in months because of basic and everything." And Jackson came over and literally we had an hour talk about drill sergeants calling me numbnuts about 100 million times.
Huh.
So we had this one drill sergeant named Drill Sergeant Miranda, and we
That's all he's gonna talk about.
shut the fuck up.
Don't worry.
I love you, Sadie, but please be quiet.
Okay. By the way,
It's just only one story.
Riley.
I would come down from the bay at 2 a.m. to tell the drill sergeant that someone was missing, and you go,
Riley.
"Shut the fuck up, numbnuts, find them yourself."
Riley, we've only recorded 30 minutes of this entire podcast.
It's already been 30 minutes.
Yeah.
My house is like we've been here for 5.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought we were here for like 15.
Quick story.
Oh wait. Oh,
Yeah.
you feel like time is
Halloween
speeding
night
up?
has traumatized me, and I haven't.
I went to
drank
Benton
since.
High and Pilot Butte Middle School.
For those who don't know, little Ginger drank herself
Why
into
do I look
a
familiar?
vomiting mess, and it was kind of amusing if you were kind of drunk too, because it didn't really bother you that much, and it was kind of funny that they were drunk and you weren't drunk. At the same time, you couldn't help feel bad for her because it was really, really nasty, and it was going on for a good 10 minutes, and she couldn't even hold her head up, and it was really gross.
I need to say something.
Keep it on the table, you animals.
I will eat your fucking remote if I want to, bitch.
That would be.
Anyways.
I'd like to see you try.
I will deep throat this shit right in front of you. Don't fucking test me.
I'd like to
Anyways,
I don't
see
think
you
you
try.
could do that.
Anyways.
I feel like that would.
Get it all on.
on Halloween night, let me put this out here. That pretty much everyone except one person there had seen me drunk. So, one minute I was fine, and then I walked through the door, and I wasn't fine,
No.
and I was on the floor. And one minute I was showing my cheerleading videos, and then I started typing in aspirin or some shit. So that was
Zoe. Who was the kid they called me? He was the kid that broke my arm.
Steve.
yes.
Yeah, do you guys
The dog rapist.
We'll probably have to edit that out.
We literally just walked in the bathroom and like talked for a minute and then just
So,
went back
it's going.
out.
In the
You
8th
know,
grade, this kid named Justin Hole, he had broke my
our
arm.
podcast.
Yeah, let's get this over here.
Late night, Djibouti Dubs.
You can just sit up.
Quote. Okay, so remember, even if it's a quickie, wrap that sticky.
Yeah. You're supposed to be staying like here, right about here, if you're like shooting up there.
Excuse the loud language.
You guys are learning. It's fine.
Motherfucker, shit, piss, ass, cunt, titty
We're
nipples.
gonna edit that out later.
Yeah.
This
I'll see you
profanity,
about
This is
it.
a PG podcast.
No, it's an R-rated
Fuck
podcast.
this
It's just,
PG, it's live.
no, it's
I'm
not.
here.
We've talked
I
about
was
worse.
confused.
Bring your kids, bring your grandkids.
A little high.
Invite your doubled.
Invite your pregnant
We'll
neighbor.
get them stoned.
Ooh, yeah.
Invite your weird neighbor. Invite
Bring
your
your
creepy
Mormon
uncle.
wives.
Please
Invite your kids.
bring the Pope.
Invite your local homeless man.
If you don't invite the Pope,
Invite the neighbor that you've been awkwardly staying away from. There could be a friendship there.
Or invite
Maybe
the
you guys
neighbor-
have the same kinks.
invite
If
the
you're dead,
neighbor
you're
that
not
you've
gonna
been
be a
watching
spark. Hayden.
them have sex through the window for months.
No.
You never know.
Mama,
I have a
just killed a man.
Hand me that. I
Put
was
it behind
Yo,
his head.
She has a story about it.
Oh, shush. We got a story. We got a story from these guys.
okay. Are you guys fucking ready?
So keep it about this far from your face.
Alright, here we go.
Shush,
So,
we got a
Just
story.
mount it on your knee.
what?
Mount it on your knee like
I'm not gonna put it on my knee. Okay, so this one time I was in Seattle, and they've probably heard this story, but so there's this museum in Seattle. It used to be called EMP, but now it's called MoPop. It's like the Museum of Pop Culture or whatever the fuck. And so there's a Nirvana exhibit there.
There's Nirvana.
Yeah, I told you this story. Just
Shotgun player
Okay.
222
No,
killed Kurt Cobain.
okay. So I go into this Nirvana exhibit, right? And like I was never a huge fan of Nirvana. Like I like their hits and like, you know, I like what they did for the grunge genre. Like, I really like Pearl Jam and Soundgarden and shit like that. And, like, they were able to emerge because of Nirvana. So thanks, Nirvana. Appreciate it. That's a good-ass song. Anyways, based on a true story, it's about a kid who shot himself in front of his class in Texas. Anyways.
That was here.
No,
we had a kid that shot himself here.
It was in Texas. That's what the Pearl Jam song's about. Anyways. So, so I'm going around.
You were in class? No, I
oh my God.
that day.
Attention, please.
So I'm going around this Nirvana exhibit, right? And like I said, not really a huge fan. Just looking at all the shit, having a good time. And so I get over to this little wall of stuff. And you know that, like, tan cardigan that Kurt Cobain always wore? It's, like, iconic, right?
It's iconic for his first, like, live scene that he played where he was like, everybody shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he also wore it at the Unplugged show. Anyways, so they have it there at the Mopop Museum. And so I'm like going around all the shit. And as I get in front of this sweater, I just got like the weirdest, grossest feeling I've ever felt in my whole entire life. I wanted to cry. I wanted to get as far away from it as I possibly could. It was awful. But then, like, as soon as I moved on to the clothing item that was, like, right next to it, it went away immediately. And so I was like, I don't fuck with that shit. I'm out of here. And I left. So I'm 100% convinced that Kurt Cobain's ghost haunts that tan cardigan at the Mopop Museum. And that is my story. Thank you.
Cool. Very good. Golf clap.
Golf clap.
Golf clap. I've got a story.
My wife fucked Jeremy Braun.
That shit
Golf
fucked
clap.
me up. Like, it was fucking weird.
It's
They
Ron
did
Jeremy.
surgery on a
I'm gonna
grape.
put this way so I guarantee no one's gonna drink this.
All right.
Names you guys haven't seen yet because I follow meme pages who post the original shit.
Okay, cool.
Anyways.
The story I was going to tell was about a day long ago. I think it was in 2000. I'm having drawn a blank. I was freshman year. I was in high school. I was in my history class.
Does somebody want to hand me that bong and my little thing of weed?
Sure, no problem. And so that day, I was sitting in class with my teacher, and I think someone came up on the intercom and said, everything is fine, something happened in the mods, everything is fine. So we were like, all right. Riley just brought in a cat.
We got a new addition to the podcast tonight.
Yeah.
Please don't. Just be careful because she is cross-eyed and has some issues.
Whoa.
Dude, she's not. She doesn't hate anybody. It's okay.
So,
She ran upstairs.
and it was like every 20, like the period 6 had dragged on all day, and like, it was like near the end. It was after a while of them going like, everything is fine, don't worry, everything is fine. It was like 3 intercom things of that. And then after a while you're like, something's not fine. Something's going on here.
Okay.
And then like people like start pulling out their phones and like looking at, and apparently like we found out that a kid had shot himself in the mods with a pistol, and like everyone's scared, and like I called my mom and I was crying like I feel bad that there's someone who died, and like my mom's like understood, and like it was around 2:45. That's like
You called me too.
I think so. And
You called me right after.
so anyway, it was like like it was like a quiet, like everyone was quiet in the hallways. It was like halls A and B are excused first, like they were making sure that nothing got crowded. So it was like quiet walking through those halls. It was weird because you're used to having a high school full of commotion and hustle and bustle and people talking, and now it's just this quiet. All you can hear is footsteps down an echoey hall. That was it. And
Dude, I remember it because I'd heard about it on the news, and then Gail called me after, and I could hear that you were teary-eyed.
yeah.
And you were like, dude, some kid just shot himself at Bend High. And then I called my friends.
And the thing is, and we live in kind of a small town, so it's like
That shit spreads fast.
yeah, and also it's like people probably like knew this kid, so
Dude, I remember Caden when you came over like 2 days after this happened, and you were like, dude, some dude just like. Okay, will you explain the story of the dude going up like downstairs and the dude? Okay.
Hold on. Excuse me.
what?
This can't wait. I just had a sudden realization. Is this the kid that used to live on the corner of your street?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then I know you because I used to hang out with Riley all the time.
Small world,
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
So my story is about. So there's a man that works at 10 Barrel Brewery, and his neighbor calls him up towards the end of his shift, and he says, "Hey man, like there's just some dude standing out on our fucking porch." He's like, what? And he's like, yeah, I don't know who he is, but he's just standing there. And apparently there was just a dude that walked up onto their porch, probably around like 9:50, and just stood there, like staring into the house for like a solid 10 minutes. And then he's like, okay, man, I'm on my way home. He hangs up. He drives like the 4 minutes it takes him to get to his house. It's pretty close by. And they both just, like, they go inside. The guy was gone at this point. And so he goes inside. They're talking, they're like, they're talking like, I don't know, about God knows what. Like, that was weird. They're just hanging out in the living room at this point. And then the same man approaches the house, walks up, goes to the same spot on the porch, and fires 8 rounds through the front window with an AR-15. He shoots his roommate straight through the jaw, out through the back of his skull. The wall explodes with blood. It's a massacre. And so the guy that had just returned home from work, the remaining roommate, freaks out, runs up the stairs, and just fucking goes into his room, and he hides. And he turns off the light in his, or he turns on the light in his room, but he goes into his bathroom and turns off the light and cracks the door open just enough to see the front door of his bedroom. And so he's got his little, like, bedside pistol. He's ready. He's got it pointed directly there. And he hears the guy crash through the front window. The glass breaks. You hear him walk across the floor, start walking up the stairs, walk down the hallway into the guy's room. And he sees the barrel of the guy's gun just peek around the corner. And then, for like a split second, he sees his eyes as the guy is turning to look in the bathroom. And he just fires 2 rounds to his chest.
This is a really depressing podcast.
Dude, this happened like 2 weeks ago.
The guy falls over onto the door and like slams the door in and just lays there. The remaining roommate at this point can't get out because he's on the second story and the guy has blocked the fucking door. And the guy is just laying there, just speaking absolute gibberish, just obviously high as fuck off of something, and he's just bleeding out on this guy's carpet. And eventually he like nudges him aside, goes to the door. He walks down the stairs and he realizes that one of the bullets had somehow hit the door, and so like the lock was broken. He couldn't go out his own front door, so he had to go through the shattered window across his roommate, and then he had to walk to go get. He just had to walk to go get some help. He had to walk all the way to the police station.
When did this happen?
Like 2 weeks ago, a little while ago.
Where?
Over by Timber. Brewery.
In Ben?
Yeah. In Ben.
Yeah.
Her name is
The guy died. Apparently, the guy was like high on like bath salts or something.
Oh,
One of her eyes is closed.
I think his neighbor was like 40.
When she was a baby.
But the guy.
What's his nickname, Mr.
We don't
40?
talk about it.
I don't know, because when I went to RPA, you knew me when I went to RPA because I studied at church.
Yeah.
So at RPA, we always used to go to Redmond baked as fuck when I smoked, and there used to be this guy that we called Mr. 40 because he was a bald homeless guy that just drank 40s all day.
Next door neighbor.
Okay.
But yeah, it's pretty fucked.
I had a really hectic day at work. Today we thought that there was going to be like a shortage of people because we thought there was going to be leftovers after Thanksgiving. This is being recorded the day after Thanksgiving, and so we thought it was going to be like slower, but boy were we wrong. It was really busy, and like I was getting slammed with all these dishes because I'm a dishwasher.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Dishwasher too.
Nice. And so
Where do you work, Joe?
I work at Immersion Brewing as a dishwasher.
Nice.
I love it there. The guys I work with are very chill. I work with my cousin Anthony. I get to eat a meal a day. It's great.
I hear you. Same shit.
I do need to ask for a raise.
What do you make right now?
My average wage is $11.50, but like after taxes, it's like $9.50.
Oh, gotcha.
The thing
How
is,
much did you claim?
I don't know.
Oh, that's your problem. You probably claimed too much.
I don't think I claimed anything. I think.
They make you
Well,
do
they're
that when
not
they sign
supposed
up.
to take that much out if you didn't. You must have accidentally claimed too much.
I should have drink.
What did you put down?
I think 0.
I couldn't
Put
do
down
it.
1.
It makes me
I
gag.
have to put
Are you
down
serious?
0.
Ever since Halloween,
that's
I
right.
can't do it.
I don't remember. But like
Um,
either way, it's not gonna be that.
Oh, what's up, kitty?
I love it there.
Like
A
mine
lot of
takes
guys
out,
there.
like I got paid.
Where do you work?
Oh yeah,
I work over at Touchmark.
You two work at Touchmark?
Yeah.
My aunt that runs that, we were
You
literally
told
just
us.
at Thanksgiving, and she goes, "Do you want a job?"
You should
I
work
go,
there.
Yeah, and she goes, "Well, we're hiring at Touchmark, and I guarantee I'll give you a job."
You should be a dishwasher.
Should I?
We make more than the servers.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we
Touchmark?
do.
What's that? What is it?
It's a retirement home.
Oh, I'd love to work
And
there.
I said,
think it'd be
well,
good with older
I said,
people.
well, I don't have a ride over there. And she
Ooh,
goes,
do you think
oh,
I could
well,
get a
I'll
job
you over
there? Wait, do you think I could get a
Wait,
job
how
there?
do you?
You could,
Ooh,
but you wouldn't be able to get a raise.
that's fine.
It's pretty easy washing though.
As long as I can have another
guess-
job, I'll be cruising easy.
My paycheck, I made $400.
It's on the other side of town.
What?
They
ti-
took
where?
$64 off for taxes,
Where?
so I got $367.
Up in the
Well, you
fancy
made
house.
400. Okay.
Yeah, but then they took out. How much did they take out
Maybe I
for
can get a
taxes?
raise.
Because you should.
No, she wouldn't be able to give you a raise.
I'm not trying to get a raise. I just need another job. Do you have any
I
stories,
worked
Devin?
40 hours.
Storyless.
All right.
A storyless man.
All right.
Well, have you lived in Bend your whole
I
life?
worked full-time.
Yep.
Well, you got any stories to tell about that? Like bad drug experiences or something?
No.
Yeah.
I have full time is 5 days a week. As you told me.
Full time is 30 hours.
So true.
She
Full
considers
time is
full.
40 hours.
She can no 30 hours.
40.
40.
Oh well, I work 40 hours, so it doesn't matter. But like she said that full time is only considered 5 days a week, but I work 40 hours, so isn't that full time?
Ben,
At least you do
Would you
start
be
earlier
mad
than
if I
I do.
did
Because I work
acid?
at 3.
No.
I knew.
well, I have a story to tell you.
24 hours.
I did acid.
Really? With who?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Because you worked from
With who?
12 to 3.
Because I only work 4
But she
days a
said
week.
12.
You said 12 to
So
3.
she's
No, I only
essentially
work
like
3
I
days.
haven't-
solo?
I haven't told you this yet, and I've been
Oh.
scared to tell you
When?
because that's scary.
Oh, okay.
I wanna
So
tr-
it's
8
like
hours.
12 now, 'cause
So
they
that's like
just
26 hours a week though.
Okay, so
26.
Here, I'll tell an exciting drug story.
26
3:30.
You keep it close
That's
to me. Not that too
104
far
hours a
from you.
month.
Okay, guys, be quiet. I'm telling you.
Sadie, will you find the application for me?
No, that should take so long, bro.
Okay, this summer when my
This
brother
is
was
really
at
bad.
basic training, I did some acid that we got from
Yo, don't
Garen.
judge if there's Pornhub on there.
Okay.
I get horny every once in a while.
Anyways, I'm telling a story.
And
took me to
I failed
Sunset
2
Hill,
days in.
but I wasn't
Yeah,
tripping
me too.
yet. We get back to our house. It's been 2 hours. Zoe still is not tripping off half a tab. Now
Well,
Zoe
it's
is
like,
taking the other
full
half
tab.
of a tab. We're on a full tab. We go on an adventure to Walmart. I walk into Walmart. I begin my trip.
Just so
The second I walk into
I
the
could make that in a month.
the second I walk
can't
into
find it right now. I
Walmart,
hope you do it on
the
Monday.
greeter at the it is 12 at night, let me be clear. The greeter at the door just goes boo, super loud, and I like almost fucking shit my pants. And
I did the amount of hours.
after that,
4, 5,
I walked around Walmart for a while, and then Gwen and I ran into a friend of hers who was holding a kitten in Walmart.
Is it the gay guy?
Well, I
No.
didn't even. I didn't listen.
It's a
to that 'cause
girl.
I did
Her name
8
is
hours
Maddie.
on
6
Saturday.
times 4
Maddie what?
equals 24.
I don't know.
No, but
Plus, wait.
okay, but you're not doing 4 6s. You're doing 3 6s a month.
No, you
Yeah.
messed
Is this something you
Okay,
should
so
be
3
talking about?
6s because I work 4 days a week.
Sure.
So that's 8.
No, but that's not what I'm
Is
trying.
it,
I
she
don't
wear
know.
glasses.
6 times
Does she
3.
have?
6 times 4 because you
Is she
work
kinda
4 days a
hippie?
week and you
Yes.
work on
Yes,
6
I know
But
her.
on
Anyways.
Saturday
We never
I
had
work more
sex.
hours,
I
so
know, I
it's
haven't.
3.
I haven't.
No, add it as a separate number. It's easier.
I'm telling my acid trip story. And then we go to this girl's house, and this is the most drug dealer house I have ever seen. It's just a house on the side of the road that's like empty. The door is a mirror that's only covers half of the wall, and I walk in, there are pills about, and I'm like, okay, there's a couch, like a L-shaped couch against the wall, and a mattress filling in the empty spot of it, and a mattress in the closet that has 4 moths on it.
No?
Gwen's dog is with us. Gwen's dog begins to eat these people's laced weed, and Gwen's dog begins its trip. Yeah. And Gwen and I begin to drive.
Wait, no, wait.
Gwen turns to me and says, "I'm pretty sure this weed I smoked is laced." And I said, "Well, God, Gwen, that's not good." We start driving around because she's trying to get me to like fully start tripping. Then finally we get home. And I'm looking at the wall, and I'm just thinking, golly, Gwen, your room awfully looks like a Minecraft server.
Nice.
And she's like, well, that's strange. And then it stops. And that was like my first trip. Like, that's what I saw.
Your first visual?
It was very quick. Just a flash. And I was like, is it over? What?
No, that shit lasts 12 hours.
Yeah, I know. I was distraught as fuck. Then I go into the bathroom. I'm like, it is time to wash my face.
To poop?
No, to wash my face. I wash my face, and as I come up from the
squeeze out a big
no, as I come up from the water, my trip begins. There are 5 of me.
Just a shit.
Then I walk in. I just put my
just a mud butt situation. Yeah. Dripping.
Then
it's bad. It's all bad.
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I'm a retard.
You guys ever
anyways.
You ever get mud butt?
Anyways.
You ever
I begin to trip. I look in the windows of Gwen's house, and my reflection, there are 5 of me. I make eye contact with all 5 of myself, greet them with much respect, look over to the mirror. Why, Zoe, your eyes are looking awfully separate today. I walk into Gwen's room. Another Minecraft server. Then, Gwen and I are watching H2O, an old show we used to watch when we were younger. Okay. We're watching it now. It's a mermaid show. Dude, it's the fucking shit. My brother's girlfriend, Gwen, yeah, you met her. All summer, because Riley was gone, that's all we watched. Yeah, it's a shit. And I'm watching it, and all of a sudden, all their faces are looking like dripping candles. And I'm just like, this is wild as fuck, bro. Then 2 flies come about, and Gwen is bothered heavily by these flies. So I have to kill these for her, as I'm like tripping on fucking acid. And I kill the first fly, fucking Mr. Miyagi, that shit, chop chop motherfucker. Literally killed him with my bare hands. The next fly took me 20 minutes to take down this motherfucker, but let me tell you, it was a victory royale. I never felt more accomplished. Then Gwen fell asleep, and it was just me and the dog that ate laced weed. And me and this dog that had done laced weed, we just were enjoying this time together. The dog is shaking profusely, fucking giving me the stink eye all night, but like cuddled up next to me, will not let me let go of it. And for the next 12 hours, I'm tripping out of my shit alone in Gwen's room with a dog on laced weed that had just consumed weird laced fucking molly weed or whatever. And then, yeah, that was the rest of my night. And then finally, at 9 the next morning, I passed out for 5 more hours.
Nice.
That was the end of my trip.
Did you feel refreshed in the morning?
I felt amazing.
Yeah.
I felt so beautiful. I just looked in the mirror and said, Zoe, you are glowing. And then later I became depressed for a month.
Looking in the mirror on that shit is like amazing.
Oh, it is. It really is. It's astonishing. It's a moment I will never forget. I really savor that moment.
I need
acid
to.
flashbacks make me emotional.
I want to try acid sometime. Excuse me.
Yo, I could buy that bottle of oil in a month.
No, no.
Stupid. No, I'm gonna buy it. I swear.
Dead ass?
I'm dead ass gonna buy that bottle of oil.
No way.
I will pay for other stuff, but I need
Why are you
that
waiting so long for a bottle of wine?
because it's $800 and something and I want.
Kid, and that's stupid. You don't like
Kid,
why
why
do
do
you
you
have
have
a
a
wine? Like you should.
It's from 1915. It's older than Betty White. I
You can
want
pay
it.
off. Your,
Do you want to drink it?
Older than
No,
Betty
I
White,
wanna
perfect.
buy it.
Oh,
You can pay off your freaking things.
I'm gonna sell it in 20 years and it'll be worth
it would be
it.
like Betty White is dead by now. Actually, Betty White will never
Then you
die.
can pay off your
It's
things
103 years old.
Betty White
No.
or the wine?
The wine.
Okay.
Because I need that bottle of
Pretty sure
wine.
she's not that
What are you
old.
Devin, you know what I'm saying? I need that bottle of wine.
I don't think you should buy the bottle of wine,
I'm
dude.
gonna buy that bottle of wine.
No,
You don't help like that.
no.
Dude, I think we
You
should
know,
like.
he's smart. You know what? I'm gonna be the one who supports you here. I believe in you.
No, but he has fees he has to pay.
Um,
Pay those off and so
It's one little purchase.
Kaden.
Alright.
Nice bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Priorities come first.
Exactly. After you pay that shit off,
No,
if you
before-
want to buy
no.
a bottle of wine, I'm all for it.
No. Here's what's gonna happen. Is you're gonna pay before you pay off your fees. You're gonna buy Sadie some roses. Then
Then.
No, he should pay off his fees.
You're gonna pay off your fees.
I got it.
After that, you're gonna buy a reasonably priced bottle of wine. I can see it in the math of your glasses, you motherfuckers.
He's seen the math of how much he's getting
That bitch just went,
Gary, that's what I'm
He
gonna
doesn't
make.
even like wine.
Working 4 days a week.
Then he's gonna buy me
Before
and you a
taxes
bottle
upstairs.
of wine. We're gonna have
What's
a
the,
wine.
And he
what's
can
the
just
pay?
watch
And
anime
you're
with
going
me.
to
Christmas
my
is
I forgot about that.
Yes.
Oh my god, wait, I have a story.
Over
It's a short
26
one,
hours.
but
Thank
it
God.
just reminded me of it.
Yeah, you know the rule. Keep it a little bit away from your face.
Okay, so last night I was really drunk and I was also pretty high. It was Thanksgiving and we were all chilling upstairs. Shit, my fucking phone's vibrating. I have Snapchat from my cousin. Anyways, we were all just chilling out upstairs, and then all of a fucking sudden, downstairs there's just this like super loud banging going on, and then my cat just comes running up the stairs, and she has a fucking yo-yo wrapped around her foot, and she's like running around the house with a fucking yo-yo on her foot, banging it and everything. She banged it into my ukulele and knocked my ukulele over, and was like just fucking shit up, and it was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. But I didn't remember until just now when Devin reminded me because I was really drunk. Thank you, Devin, for reminding me of that story.
Yep, no problem.
Appreciate it. I'm just gonna hold on to this for a second and just talk about whatever.
Hold on, I got some.
You got a story? Okay.
So my story is this: is that my cat, when we first got him, he's a really chill cat.
Yeah.
And so for a while he kept on like punching out like the screen in our windows.
Let me just talk about
And my dad was like, "Why does he keep doing that?" And it's like, "Well, I don't know." And then one night we had the window open in the kitchen. Me and my dad were talking, and we saw him bat at something. There was a moth in the windowsill. So for the entire time, he's just been accidentally breaking the windows by trying to get moths. He's a killer. He's caught like 6 birds and a few mice. It's a little fucker.
And so I was like, I'm sorry, but that's the worst pickup.
What's your guys' favorite music genre?
Or the best one.
Oh, probably like pop
Damn,
punk.
this boy's got confidence.
Like, can you give me a review of one of your favorite albums right now?
My favorite albums right
Yeah,
now?
like one of your favorite artists. I got one.
Damn, what albums have come out recently that I've listened to? Oh, okay. There's this band that I really like called State Champs. They're just like a pop punk band. Like, have you ever listened to like All Time Low, maybe? Ever? No.
Where do you? Oh, you're asking me. I
Yeah.
haven't heard that one though.
No, okay. Fuck. How do I explain what? I mean, it's pop punk. Like, it's not like super hard rock music. It's just like, it's a band, but you can like bop to it, you know? It's
Yeah.
pop punk. That's the only way I can describe it. Anyways, it's this band called State Champs, and they came out with an album. It's called Living Proof. It's such fucking jam. I really like it. If we want to get into the topic of like what's the greatest album of all time, in my opinion, it's The Wall by Pink Floyd.
That's a classic.
Sydney, can I have a dab?
Oh my god, everything's in my car. Yeah, see, that's the other thing. I don't want to be that bitch, but I also don't want to dab out fucking like 8 people.
I'm sad.
Understandable.
Anyways, so yeah, greatest album of all time, The Wall by Pink Floyd.
I've got a few. I got a few. Here, all right, let's go around and say our favorite albums. So my favorite album of all time, it's a tie between 2. It's either it's either Iron Horse by Sound Defects or Plastic Beach by the Gorillaz. So I like the Sound Defects. He basically samples like old music and also puts in his own beats, and it's really bumping. It's awesome. It's like a real chill fest. And then the Gorillaz Plastic Beach reminds me of high school because it has a very tropical, like Caribbean feel. Like you could listen to these songs on a beach and feel content.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, this is Caden here. I'd have to say my favorite album of all time would be Acid Rap by Chance the Rapper. I feel like this was really Chance in his prime. It was him as he was just getting popular. You can listen to the music, really whatever, in any setting. I've listened to it to myself, frying balls, like sober, fucking drunk, stoned as fuck, and even just in daily life, it's just like an amazing album, and I really enjoy it. And I feel like lately Chance has kind of lost his spark because he's gotten a lot bigger, but I feel like that was his last like really good album, and I really enjoy it to this day.
Anybody else?
Favorite album?
Personally, I have to sit here for 20 minutes.
Well, you see, when I was like
what's your
10, 12, it was anything from Panic at the Disco because
Yeah,
I was the biggest Brendan bitch, and to this day, like I hear him on the radio and I'm like, it's my first love. It's the man I plan to marry, but never.
Jesus Christ.
Never accomplished. That's gonna be loudest. That's gonna be
You
loudest.
just expand all the legs out.
I don't really listen to albums. I just listen to songs separately that I like. Like, literally nothing right now. Because I'm sad and alone and all I do is watch Friends. I've watched Friends 9 times.
Can I talk about The Wall?
Sure.
Why it's my favorite album?
Yeah, totally. I didn't give you a chance to explain
Yeah,
yourself.
this is not just why it's my favorite album, but why it's the greatest album of all time.
Wait, do you have Drill Story Miranda?
Oh my lord. Okay, so The Wall by Pink Floyd. So it's the first thing is that fucking Caden was talking about how you can listen to his album no matter what you're inebriated by, Whereas that, that's cool and everything. The Wall by Pink Floyd, if you want to feel some things, feel some feelings, that's fucking what it's for. Like, I listened to that album and like in 1 minute I'm like feeling a little bit freaked out, a little bit frightened.
I'm Devin.
And then like fucking there's this one song, One of My Turns, it's about a fucking guy having a bipolar episode. Like, oh my god. That's fucking crazy. And like the movie, not only is it the greatest album of all time, it has the greatest movie of all time with it, and it's fucking trippy as shit. But you know what? Fucking teaches you a lesson about like selfishness and greed and fucking all this other shit, and it just is so fucking good, and it's a masterpiece. And like, oh my god, like from a musical standpoint, like, love musicals. I made Devin listen to fucking The Greatest Showman soundtrack the other day. I watched Les Miserables 3 fucking times. It's like a whole thing. And concept albums, I'm a slut for a good concept album. Let me put that on record.
Have you seen Fantastic Planet before?
No.
Oh my goodness! If you like the trippiness of Pink Floyd's The Wall, you're gonna love Fantastic Planet.
Yeah, but I think it's a masterpiece. I think it makes you feel a lot of feelings that maybe you're not used to feeling, but sometimes it's good to feel those feelings that you're scared to feel because you're a human and you need to feel those things. So listen to The Wall by Pink Floyd. This is sponsored by Pink Floyd. I love musicals. I have been to the Shakespeare Festival.
I have too.
Oh, it's so amazing.
Oh, it's so
I met the love of my life there. His name was, he played fucking, he was in, King Charles IV. He was fucking King Charles V. He was the son, and he was hot as fuck, and it was really, really good. And I was like, I saw Romeo and Juliet, like a abridged version. I don't remember. Oh, it was called Shakespeare in Love. It was Shakespeare in Love. So it was yeah. And then I saw King Henry. King Henry. That's what it was. Not King Charles or whatever the fuck I said. King Henry the Fifth.
You guys want to sit down in a chair over here?
Oh yeah.
I saw Shakespeare in Love, and I saw the first Beauty and the their first showing of Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, I cried the whole time. It was very
love Beauty
emotional.
and the Beast. That's my shit.
It was my shit. It was great.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I went on a class trip.
Oh, me too.
For drama.
I saw. Do you guys know who Twerp is?
No.
Okay, Tupperware Remix Party. I saw them this summer. They're like it's like Daft Punk, but a lot more poppy and more bouncy.
Okay. Did I go to a concert this summer? Fuck no. Shit. Oh yeah, I did. Fuck yeah, I did. I went to a Pearl Jam concert in Seattle, and it was lit. Except I couldn't get high because I was with my parents, but I brought my Jewel. So that was it. I was fucking.
I can't get high off a flower. It's a problem.
Really?
Yeah, I hit my friend's dab pen too much, and now like.
See, I'm the opposite. I've been dabbing for so long that now whenever I soak like a bowl out of my bong, I'm just fucking. I'm done. I'm baked.
I wish that could
stoned as
be.
fuck.
Last night I smoked 9 bowls and still wasn't like fucked up. But I mean, I was pretty high, but like it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same as the beginning. Yeah. It's almost dead, but.
So, any good movies we've seen lately? I saw.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh.
Riley saw that
yes.
one. Riley said that one was
amazing.
That's a must see for sure.
Amazing. Yes. Oh my god, must see. Must see movie of the year, Bohemian Rhapsody.
I was gonna say I saw a movie called The Breadwinner recently. Basically the premise is that it's like this, let's say 11-year-old girl, and she's in Afghanistan during the peak, like, early 2000s where the Taliban were starting to get some credit up in the Middle East, and it basically shows, like, her father, and, like, he gets taken away.
My friend just dropped a song dissing the other friend.
And
it's mean.
Eh.
Can I play it to the podcast?
Sure, whatever.
Okay. Let me give you a backstory. This kid Cookie that they call him.
Flip through some of these pictures.
His name's Cookie, and he
Fantastic
said he
Planet
was
looks
going
like.
to California because he was going to be recording an album in LA, which apparently was a lie. This kid, Little Man, they both. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, you can just hold it like a microphone.
This kid, Lil Mint,
Yeah, that's the thing.
he called him out on it, and then Cookie got all mad. So Lil Mint dropped this song, and it's called "That's the Way the Cookie Crumbles," and he disses him. Are you ready?
But my true fantasy office from the 90s has a great view. Right out the windshield.
Let me see that real quick.
All right, here we go.
Alright, I think that's all we're going to record for tonight. Everyone's starting to get all mellowed out and want to go home. So, say goodbye, everyone.
Good night.
Like and subscribe if you want. If you have any critiques, let me know in the comments down below. Have a nice night.